Hello, everyone. With great hesitation, I am siding with the use of drone warfare by the United States government. The question of the morality of drone warfare in itself is a complex conundrum that I believe should be evaluated case by case in terms of its use and who it should be used on. I would like to first address the pros of drone warfare and then delve deep into its problems and what I believe we should do in terms of safeguarding the future of war and how war is taking place. I think the use of drones is generally necessary as it deals with probable threats in war-ridden zones in other countries with efficiency and precision, although that can, as I'll later explain, be a problem in itself. I think it's evident that the collateral damage or the innocent lives that are taken, which is very, very unfortunate, is way less than normal, typical means of warfare. Also reduces the number of U.S. and civilian casualties, as I already mentioned. And I personally believe that someone who doesn't serve this country, I can't tell a soldier to risk their lives when there's already a ready available weapon that could do their job and that can keep them out of the line of fire. However, as expounded upon by John Kag and Sarah Krebs in their New York Times article, I do believe that this kind of warfare may result in its prevalent use and the reduced threshold of lethal action. I see a problem where, as if the U.S. government, they don't want to have the long refractory periods of waiting and researching and understanding the enemy. They just want a quick and easy solution, and I don't think that's necessarily the right way to go in each and every situation. And I think that there should be a lot more regulations and a lot of time dedicated to reviewing cases before employing drones to liquidate or kill enemies. So I think that there should be more regulations regarding the use of drones. Like I said, a longer period of examination of targets and their habits to ensure the safety of the people that we're supposedly trying to protect, and to make sure that they're not endangered by our own weapons. Regarding Glaucon's question for Socrates and about the ring of Gyges, I do believe it adds another dimension to the morality of drone warfare. The ring of Gyges is, as sort of explained by John Kag and Sarah Krebs, can be used as an allegory to the United States and use of drones and the temptation to use technology seemingly without consequences. Glaucon's question for Socrates was that he was wondering which has the greater effect of doing good deeds without any consequences, or doing bad deeds without any consequences. So which one is it better? Which one has a greater benefit to the person, doing good deeds without consequences or doing bad deeds without consequences? And Socrates is trying to find the answer to that. Of course, trying to convey that good deeds in total provide more for society and for yourself than doing bad deeds seemingly without any consequences. And this sort of relates to the United States and their use of drone warfare. It's like their own ring, and it gives them the power to sort of mess with other countries and go into other countries which is sort of sovereign countries, and sort of go against the diplomacy and wipe out their enemies and their problems, but that in turn causes resentment in those countries, and that can spur even more terrorist groups against the United States and against their own reigning government. So and it could also cause like a new type of warfare to occur. So I think it illuminates the moral question of drones by asking people to define the U.S. actions of utilizing drone warfare as either good or evil, since it seems to have a whole no negative consequences regarding the U.S. and its army and citizens. I believe that Lao Tzu and his conception of Wu Wei, he would suggest that we would revert back to old tactics and and for the U.S. government to allow themselves more time to completely process situations over in the Middle East and to not be pressured by their own ego to produce results or the temptation and the power of drone weaponry. A lot of times people want wars to be so over and quick that they don't realize that they could be endangering the lives of people by with rush decisions and not really thinking fully the consequences of their actions just so they can have that quick and easy result. And I know, and for me to say this as a citizen who is safely in his home, not fighting for my country, it's sort of, I don't think I necessarily have the right, but instead of, I think the people who are behind the scenes manning this project should look closely at who they're affecting and how they want to go about protecting the citizens in Middle Eastern countries while also dealing with their enemies. So I know it's been a long video, and thank you for listening.